Okay students, this is the last lecture of week number 9 and you are well aware that we are dealing with the course guidance and counseling. Today we are going to understand the role and responsibilities of the administrator in guidance program. In previous lecture we tried to understand the role and responsibilities of the teacher, and here we are learning the role and responsibilities of the administrator. You can say administrator means head of the institution, principal, chairperson department of education, or whatever is the immediate authority, that is basically the administrator who is looking after all the programs of guidance and counseling in that institution. So, what are the highlights of this lecture? After learning the concept, we will try to understand roles and responsibilities of the administrator, and then we will also highlight the problems related to administration, and then we will conclude our lecture. Let us start with the discussion, and the first point is introduction. Administrator or the principal, being the head of educational institution, has a responsibility to take measures and support programs which are needed for the successful accomplishment of the objectives of education. He or she is the whole sole authority of that institution. All programs, including guidance and counseling programs, are basically performed or run under his or her administrative leadership. It is highly essential that until and unless administrator providing every kind of the support and leading from the front to that program or service which is being rendered in that institution, the program of education or the objectives of education, that is overall achievement of the student's personality in a conducive environment, having collaboration with the parents, teachers, and all associated members of the society. So, administrator plays a very significant role in the guidance and counseling program, from its planning to the uh, organization to the implementation and providing many kinds of the resources for that program. The attitude shown, participation given, and the leadership demonstrated by the administrator constitute the key determinants in the strength and success of the guidance program in any educational institution. A school administrator plays a crucial role in the guidance program by providing leadership, resources, and support to ensure its effectiveness. Administrator is responsible for creating a positive school environment, allocating resources, and fostering collaboration among staff to promote student well-being and academic success. The administrator determines the destiny of the guidance services by his attitude towards it. So, if we analyze the role of the administrator in guidance and counseling program, we can say that without the support and visionary leadership of the head of the institution, the program will not be achieve the objectives for which it has been formulated. And that objective is basically to provide assistance to the individual who are suffering from educational, social, personal, mental health issues and low confidence and low academic achievement or underachievement. So, role and responsibilities are very important on the part of the administrator. What role and responsibilities are expected, we are going to discuss in coming parts of this lecture. Understanding the philosophy of guidance, and second is leadership and vision, and the third is delegation of responsibilities, and the fourth one is program development and implementation. Fifth is fostering a supportive environment, and sixth is maintaining public relations, and the seventh number I have taken promoting continuous improvement. These are some of the important responsibilities which are expected from the head of the institution or the principal or the administrator in successful achieving the objectives of the guidance and counseling in that institution. How these roles the administrator can play, now we are going to understand that. If we talk about the understanding the philosophy of guidance, then philosophy of guidance is basically related to the objectives of this guidance and aims of the guidance and the purposes of the guidance and the nature of the guidance also. So the most important aspect is the philosophy of the guidance. Role of the administrator should be to understand thoroughly the guidance point of view and its implications. It is very important first of all to understand the philosophy of the guidance and counseling. What are the goals of the guidance and counseling? How it is related to the welfare of the students, how it is related to the welfare or support to the teachers, and how it is related to the parental guidance, and in what sense it is basically providing better mental health or adjustment to the students in school situations. If he or she is not aware about the philosophy of the guidance and counseling, then he will be lethargic in accepting this role, or he will not accept the guidance and counseling is the necessity, and it is basically a assistance which must be available for the better academic achievement and the objectives of education of that school. So philosophy is highly important. The knowledge of the principles involved in the guidance and counseling, needs of the guidance and counseling, and wider scope of the guidance counseling must be known to the administrator in the beginning or first. Administrator who believes in guidance will support, because it is very important. If the administrator is aware about the aims and objective and need and requirement, as well as the human and the material resources needed to implement that program and the final resources needed to implement that program, then administrator will support program and promote guidance and counseling in a better manner, and the program's objectives may be achieved or will be achieved without facing any difficulty in that institution. Second is leadership and vision. Setting the tone and advocacy. Two aspects have been mentioned in this slide. What administrators establish the overall personality, overall philosophy and direction for the guidance program, ensuring it aligns with the school's mission and goals. Every institution is established on the basis of certain vision and mission and the goals, and they are clearly written in the documents prepared for the purpose of that establishing of that institution. And in order to achieve that, the administrator should clearly understand that this cannot be achieved in a better and successful manner if we are not rendering the guidance and counseling services to our students. So this overall philosophy is highly important. It basically assists to set the tone of the guidance and counseling program in the institution. Advocacy. The champion of importance of guidance and counseling services. Promoting administrator is supposed to be the champion in guidance and counseling services, promoting awareness, understanding among students, staffs and parents. So if he has or she has understood the true philosophy of the guidance and counseling, which sets the tone in the institution, and this tone is set on the basis of the advocacy provided by the principal to the staff, to the students and to the parents through engaging in so many activities and the programs, and we will discuss what are those programs in later stages of this lecture. Resource allocation. He will or she will not hesitate to provide all kinds of financial, material and non-material resources if he has developed the positive attitude towards the guidance and counseling, and consider it is highly essential for enhancing the personality of our student and achieving the objectives of the institution. And the third is delegation of responsibilities. The administrator delegates responsibilities to staff members to carry out the functions of guidance services. He or she should demonstrate skill in identifying the abilities and talents of the staff members and assign responsibilities accordingly. The purpose of delegation of responsibility among staff members should be to utilize human resource potential in the best possible manner, as specific assignments are made and each person knows about his or her responsibilities, leading to greater efficiency and program. This is something basic idea about the delegation of responsibilities. In a nutshell, we can say that when the administrator is providing or delegating the responsibilities related to the guidance and counseling program, there are so many tasks related to the guidance and counseling program, which starts from the planning of the program, organizing in its effective manner by providing adequate resources and providing motivation to the associated members in that team, and also continuously evaluating and monitoring the progress of the program. So there are so many teachers and non-teaching staffs, and the entire guidance and counseling team is involved in providing guidance services to the students. These responsibilities, delegation of responsibilities is very important because right person must be given the right responsibilities. If someone is having the diploma or has a theoretical background related to the guidance and counseling, then he or she should be given in a very positive manner for achieving this objective. If someone is having a better knowledge of all psychological tools and he or she is more competent in interpreting the results of the tool, then he or she should also be involved in the guidance and counseling process. So many responsibilities are related to that. Problems arises when the teacher does not delegate the responsibility based on characteristic features, interest areas and expertise of the available staffs in the institution. Rather, he gives haphazardly or without any planning the responsibility to the people without knowing their interests and the professionalism in that area. In such a situation, the whole of the program is bound to face failure in a major manner if delegation of responsibility is not done correctly based on the merit of the staff available in that. Program development and implementation. Once the delegation of responsibility is completed or it is given by the principal to the different staff members, then preparing guidance schedule in the light of available resources in the schools. Simply having a wishful thinking to achieve something big without thinking or without having the real idea about the resources available in that institution. So when we are preparing guidance schedule, we need to understand that it is prepared intelligently in the light of the available resources of that school. He assigns school personnel to any responsibility regarding the development of the program, such as individuals responsible for the occupational information, testing and counseling program. One of them information services, orientation services, testing services and other counseling and guidance services are available. So preparing guidance schedule is also very important because in order to develop and implement the program, we have this kind of planning in our hand and we are implementing the program keeping in view all the components related to that. Intelligent planning means okay, we are looking all the available resources and correlating with the objectives which we have set up or formulated in the beginning. Program Another aspect related to the program development and implementation is collaboration. The guidance and counseling program will not be implemented in a real perspective if collaboration is not achieved among all the members associated in that institution. So administrators work with guidance and counselors, teachers and other staff to develop and implement a comprehensive guidance program that addresses the diverse needs of the students. Without seeking the collaboration of all the members, it will be very difficult to implement the program in its real perspective. And for this reason, we have to delegate the responsibility to the right persons, and we have to provide every kind of the support to that person. All kinds of resources we need to be provided to that, so that he or she can carry out the responsibilities in an effective manner. An environment of conducive environment where psychological security, safety and freedom is given to the staff to work, that is also very important, and that is possible only if all the stakeholders of the program are coordinating with each other. Coordination is not only needed at institution level, rather coordination is also needed at the community level, at the society level, and there are various experts services of the guidance and counseling available at many other educational institutions. So we take the cooperation of all. This is the responsibility, and it is one of the great responsibility of the administrator. Okay, he or she is trying to use all kinds of facilities available in our society, in the institution, and this could be possible only if he or she is acting on collaboration basis. Curriculum integration is another aspect to the program development and implementation. They ensure that guidance lessons and activities are integrated into the overall curriculum, and that teachers are equipped to support students' social, emotional and academic development. Curriculum integration. Some aspects of the guidance and counseling should also be incorporated in the curriculum, and they can be direct and there can be many of them can be indirect. Take for example, we are engaging the students in so many activities: cultural programs, sports program, celebration of the different festivals and different national days, as well as independence days in our institution, and delegating the responsibilities to engage and arrange all involve students in that program also, and also engage the teachers. So linking the curriculum or curriculum integration with the guidance and counseling is very important, and it helps in implementation. Monitoring and evaluation is another important aspect. Providing leadership means that you are leading from the front, from the formulation of the objective to the evaluation, and there are so many steps in between that before we formulate the objective and we evaluate the objectives. So monitoring and evaluation is very important. They oversee the implementation of the guidance program, monitors its effectiveness and make adjustment as needed. It is also very important. He is or she is constantly, or the administrator constantly watching the implementation of the program. He is not only watching the program, rather providing every kind of the support when it is faced by many challenges in that institution, and making so many adjustments in terms of the availability or absence of the staff on any particular day because of any personal or any other reasons. So these are basically the challenges which we have to face on everyday basis. And the active leadership and role responsibilities of the administrator becomes very important here. He or she should have the idea how to utilize the other resources to compensate the absence of any one individual or any resources. So these are the aspects which are related to the program development and implementation. Fostering a supportive environment, communication and professional development. They maintain open communication with all stakeholders, students, staff, parents, and also the community members about the guidance and its impact. Communication is very important. The administrator talks with the students in the assembly, highlighting the significance of the guidance program. The administrator talks with the staff members in staff room or any particular place and motivates them to perform their tasks with vigor and full energy to achieve the objectives. Administrator also organize certain programs where parents are also invited and they are guided about the significance of the guidance and counseling program. The administrator also uses various methods to create awareness among the masses about the significance of the guidance and program and also aware the students about its significance. So these are some of the kinds of the communication which has to be taken by the administrator. Professional development is very important. If there are teachers, lack of teachers available to support to the guidance program who are experts of the field, then there are plenty of opportunities available for the professional development of the teachers. So he or she should provide opportunity to these teachers and other staff members to participate in professional development programs and learn the skills as well as the knowledge related to that, so that they may produce better results and may be an effective member of the guidance and counseling team. It is also basically creation of the supportive environment. Support is seen from the principal to every individual. Positive school climate is also very important. They create a school culture that is inclusive, respectful and supportive of students' well-being. It is highly important administrator, because environment of that institution totally depends upon the behavior of the administrator. If the administrator provides liberty to the teachers, provides democratic environment in the institution, and everybody feels connected, feels a good relation or develop a good rapport with the principal, then it creates an inclusive environment. People are coming from different socio-economic background and caste and culture and other characteristic features. They are different with each other. So we need to provide respect and regard to every student as well as every teacher in that program. Addressing student need, they need to be responsive to the students' needs, both academic, social and emotional as well as vocational, and ensure that guidance program provides appropriate support to them. Promoting open communication. They should encourage open communication between students, parents and school staff and the counseling team to identify and address potential issues which are creating trouble in smooth development of the students or smooth personality development of the student. We need to promote open communication, and it is possible if conducive environment or supportive environment is created by the administrator in the institution. Maintaining public relation is another responsibility, and it is supposed to be the great responsibilities, because being the head of the institution, he or she is in a position to maintain good relations with the members of the community. For achieving the stipulated objectives of the guidance services, the support of the public is extremely essential. Their positive attitude, their material support, their human support, and their will to achieve the objectives is also matters a lot. Matters a lot. The administrator's prime responsibility is to keep the community members informed on current activities, goals, and progress achieved by the institution. All kinds of achievement of the student must be communicated to the members of the community in order to maintain better relations with them, because schools are miniature of the society. What is going on in the society, because society has certain expectations from the institution, and those expectations must be cleared by the principal to the parents. There are ample community resources which may be available for use if good relations are made between the school and the community. Political, social, economic, moral support of the community can be of great value in successful realizing the aims of the guidance program. Continuous improvement, promoting continuous improvement. They should work with counselor and other stakeholders to continuously improve the guidance program and ensure it is meeting the needs of all students. Whatever challenges are coming, he or she is basically providing every kind of the support and promoting the improvement of the program on continuous basis. School administrators play a vital role in ensuring the success of guidance program by providing leadership, resources, and a supportive environment for students, counselors, and teachers. There are, in last, after having roles and responsibilities, there are certain critical issues in the implementation of the program where the vision and the insight of the administrator is very important in a positive manner. Problems related to the administration. The principal of the school performs two different types of administrative responsibilities simultaneously, being the administrator of the school as well as the guidance program administrator. Two great responsibilities are there. One is a big responsibility, another being the head of the guidance and counseling program, it is a relatively small responsibility. Both the administrative responsibilities are not alike. The administrator need to consider this aspect in his or her mind, that these two responsibilities are not alike, rather they differ in many aspects. Their differences result in some problems in conflict of roles and responsibilities. If this aspect is not clear to the administrator, then he will face some difficulties utilization of professional skills. Success of the program depends upon the utilization of available professional skills. Good administrator demonstrate their skill in identifying the talent of the staff and assign the task accordingly. Utilization of professional skills is highly important, and this must be learned by the administrator. Good administrators demonstrate skills in identifying the talent of the student, and accordingly they assign the responsibilities. They also intelligently use the professional skill of the counselor and personnel associated with the guidance program. They are not only using the skill and the knowledge of the staff member, rather they are also utilizing the professional expertise of the guidance and counselor as well as its staff. Authority and counseling relationship is the third aspect. Administrators sometimes see counseling services as means of controlling or disciplining the students because he or she has ample amount of the data related to the students. Administrators should exercise authority in supporting the counseling program by providing necessary infrastructure and personnel needed for the job rather than using the program as a tool for achieving the objective of a school administrator. If he is using some misbehavior type of information by using in controlling the students, controlling the staff members, and also controlling the parents or blackmailing the parents. So this is basically misuse of the authority which the administrator is using. Ethical aspects are very important. and confidentiality must be maintained. Confidentiality is the point is coming later on. Teaching and counseling too are the great responsibilities. Administrative difficulties are bound to arise if administrator is not clearly in his understanding about the roles and responsibilities of the teacher and the counselor. Sometimes he's expecting more from the teacher, and sometimes he's expecting counselor some teaching responsibilities and expecting from the teacher some counseling responsibilities. The administrator should be clear in his or her approach that counseling is a professional activity, and all the teachers, although can support to the counseling program, but they cannot entitle to be a professional counselor. There is a limit of that. There is a demarcation line between that. That line must be known to the administrator. Teachers perform a number of guidance related responsibilities, but they are not expected to perform the task of counseling, which is purely professional, and for that professional knowledge and professional expertise and long experience to state in that is highly essential. Confidentiality of information. The information gathered should be kept confidential and must be used for the benefit of the students only. If the principal is misusing this information and not maintaining the confidentiality, then he or she is working against the ethical principles of the guidance and counseling, and the whole of the program in the long run will lead to the failure rather than the success. If the administrator using that information to achieve the objectives of controlling or disciplining the student and their parents, then he or she is not doing justice with the guidance program and misusing his or her administrative authority. So misuse of administrative authority is also related to that. Administrative understanding and support. Administrator is not expected to impose the program on students. Administrators should create a congenial environment where every student develops a positive attitude towards the program and willing to get assistance from this program. Nobody can force the student to engage in the guidance and counseling program. Administrator must understand this aspect. Okay, he or she has to create the environment. A better awareness must be provided to the students and the teaching staff in doing the task. He or she should ensure, okay, if students are not ready to take the benefit from the guidance and counseling sessions, then they should not be compelled to engage in that. The freedom as well as the respect of the individuality of the student is highly important. Now we are concluding our lecture. The administrator's role in guidance and counseling is to provide leadership, support, and resources to the guidance program by setting policies, allocating a budget, ensuring staff training, and collaborating with counselors to improve student outcomes. They are crucial for developing, implementing, and evaluating the program, and for fostering a school-wide environment that prioritizes student well-being and development. We can conclude that administrator has a great responsibility to plan guidance and counseling strategies, to organize them in an effective manner by seeking the cooperation of the students, teachers, guidance and counseling team, parents, and community members. He should also monitor the progress of the program, and finally he should also or she should also evaluate the entire program, and if there are challenges, if there are difficulties, then he or she must make every kind of the effort to overcome these difficulties and the challenges and implement the program after making refinement in that. With this, we have completed our lecture. Thanks for your patience listening, and God bless you all.